Hi everybody, and welcome to some mid-weekly woo. Thank you for all your kind messages. I had to take some time as I was traveling to get to my new destination for work, and I'm here and I'm getting settled, so the posts will be more regular for those of you who love the woo. You know I do, and I love giving it to you. So I just wanted to tap into the energy right now because you guys, it's really high vibratory. We have so many planets in Aquarius are moving into Aquarius, and this energy is ruled by the planet Uranus, right? Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and Saturn. So it's this mix of structure and wanting to establish security, but outside of the box. And we can be getting some massive downloads of higher consciousness right now, some true aha moments and epiphanies that really change the trajectory of our life right now. So first things first, it is a time to practice all you know about grounding, getting out into nature, eating the root vegetables, making sure you're getting sleep. A lot of people have been talking to me about waking up in the middle of the night, and it's not so much insomnia, it's that they wake up excited because they're having like these incredible new ideas. This is going to be the energy of February because it's grooming us for what's coming this spring and March, which is a much lighter, exciting, happy, bubbly energy. So February is like detoxing us from the intensity and the density of 2020, getting us ready for the rest of this year, which looks to be a lot more interesting and fun. But we have to make this adjustment. So we're in a massive transition from the energy of Earth, really dense, to this new energy of air and this Aquarian energy, which is all about humanity moving forward, humanity coming together as one to create heaven on earth. I mean, I'm down with that if y'all are. So right off the bat, yeah, I got some new decks on my travels. So I got this awesome deck called Masters, Mystics, and Saints. And it's also gemstones. I mean, that's a great combination for me. Don't know about y'all. So we pulled purple dyed agate. And I'll let you guys look at that. Now, so interesting because the color that is representative of Aquarius energy is indigo and purple, and here we have purple dyed agate. So incorporating already that color, bringing that color into your life in some way, wearing it, getting a blanket, you know, that's on your bed, maybe some purple socks. I mean, I'm really working on my sock game, being where I incorporate the colors that are coming to me to help heal different parts of my body or my energy field or whatever. It's about using that color in any way you can creatively. So its Ascended Master is Jesus. You guys know I talk a lot about Jesus and his example of unconditional love for his fellow man, for those who are in opposition to him. And this is still a path. This is forever the path we must walk. As especially if you're American right now, and we just had this election, which it was so separating in so many ways, really being able to look at the group or the person or the idea or the belief system that you feel opposes your own truth, and demanding within that you find a way to hold space for them to be different, to have different values, to have different ideas, but also to cultivate this Aquarian curiousness as to what do others believe? Why do they believe it? How is it different from yours? Instead of coming from that staunch, fixed earth place where we were in 2020, to come at opposing forces, ideas, belief systems, groups, and people with this spirit of, I want to understand that. Because that will only, on a selfish level, this is where you need to go to get there, that will only expand your intelligence. That will only expand your awareness. So if you can't get there any other way, do it because it's going to make you smarter and actually educate you more on your own stance. So this is also this Aquarian energy This is like third eye energy, right? This is the center of our psychic intuition, where we get downloads from higher consciousness, infinite spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, where we are given perspectives that we haven't yet held. So this card, I'm going to read it. Is your intuition particularly heightened at this time? Are you receiving messages from the divine? Embrace this divine gift in order to live a charmed and enlightened life. Help others attain freedom from suffering and find happiness and peace. Pursue training to develop your intuitive gifts and to use them freely. Okay, so this leads me to this. You know, I've talked about we're going through the photon belt, and the sun is also inundating us with photonic light and also other cosmic, you know, forces, whatever you want to call them, celestial bodies, all this dynamic light energy coming from multiple sources onto the planet, which is us. You know, nobody gets off this marble, you know, alive. I mean, maybe they do. There's conspiracy theories that, you know, there's human civilizations on Mars and the moon or whatever. But what I'm actually talking about is this understanding that the next level of evolution for humans is an evolution in consciousness. And that includes our telepathy, our intuition coming back online. Because, you know, there's a belief system that we were much more evolved than we are now, and we had to take steps back. And now as we come back into this age of light, this age of enlightenment, all of those gifts are coming back for us to create a sustainable, loving, beautiful world together. So all of us are experiencing heightened intuition. All of us are experiencing the beginnings of what telepathy is. And all of our dreams are going to be more intense and more lucid as we are changing and shifting and evolving into a better, more productive species. So Jesus, okay, so here are some mantras that we can use. I feel and know the presence of the divine within and around me. I attract good friends and acquaintances into my life. The people I spend time with are people of integrity. I am divinely connected to all life. So Aquarius is also the energy of friendships, of groups, and now specifically also technology. So this is where social media and our ability to connect with people and groups is going to become more and more heightened. But because we have Saturn also in Aquarius, remember I told you there's going to be so many planets in Aquarius, like more than 8 throughout the month of this February. This also means that there could be restrictions around how social media is working right now, and it's going to like shift and change. And this can be good, this can be bad. But what I want to encourage you guys to focus on is the new people who come into your life, either physically or through social media. Pay attention to them this month. These friendships, these liaisons, even new lovers, these could last for a very long time and be incredibly stimulating spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. So we want to pay attention to who we're meeting. But we also want to have the discernment that Saturn demands. Saturn, right, is the planet of adulting. So he's overlighting this entire month. All of this surging and higher consciousness downloads and all these changes and aha moments are still under the rule of Saturn, which means most of the new friendships, the relationships, the ideas, the jobs, the forward momentum is going to need your maturity, your ability to be disciplined, your ability to create structure, your ability to walk your talk. So the other card we got was Dandelion. Persist in pursuits. Now, while this plant is kind of known as a pest, I love it because think about this. It gives us this beautiful yellow flower that dots our grasses and our grasslands. You can also eat the greens, which are incredibly clarifying and a tonic for your liver. And right, the liver represents anger. It's where we store that vibration. So as we've gone through this Mars retrograde over 2020, And Mars is making these squares to these big planets of Saturn and Uranus and Jupiter. It's just a lot, right? Well, where do you need to detox from the old anger you've held on to? February is going to really show us where old anger is getting in the way of our forward momentum, our joy, our bubbly effervescence, right? It's going to be so clear what we have to let go of to really embrace this energy that's coming in this spring that February is trying to groom us for. Now, persist in pursuits. This also speaks about these new ideas that you're having. Others in your realm may be naysaying or not as gung-ho. This card is telling us, this plant ally is telling us, no, keep going. If you've been given the vision and the dream, you will have the means. It takes faith, and like I said, it takes the discipline, the maturity, and the focus, and the structure to get it done. But the ideas are going to be coming down. It's your job to create that structure, to create the platform, to bring them into material form. So dandelion tea, eating the dandelion greens, picking these flowers. You can also make a tea out of the flowers. You can dry the flowers and burn them. But all in all, it's about your tenacity. And you think about this dandelion plant, it also gives us those beautiful, I don't know what we would call them when they're the wish, when we blow on them and they go everywhere and we spread their seeds. The wish, the dream, and your persistence to make it happen. That's really what February is going to be putting into our focus. And it's like the idea of instead of working harder, working smarter. And what does that mean for you? I think what I'm seeing is more time in silence and stillness, envisioning what it is that you want, and then going backwards and saying, okay, well, how would I have done that? Really being in the place as if you've already done it, you've already have it, it's already been successful. And then in your mind, working back and get some pen and paper and write down what that looks like. Now that's outside of the box. That's literally doing it backwards, but that's what this energy is going to support. That's what this energy is calling for. So this is really, I guess, turning into the February monthly woo. And I want you guys to really embrace this whoosh that you may feel. I heard one of my teachers talk about it like she feels like she's high, even though, she hasn't taken any drugs or alcohol. That's the kind of energy that's coming through. And it requires a lot of self-care to hold all of this high-end energy and not fritz out, and not burn out. So remember the basics of your self-care: hydration, sleep, and really eating foods that are going to ground you. That is, the root vegetables and the carbohydrates, the rice. And again, how can you incorporate this wonderful plant, dandelion, to help you cleanse what you may have been holding on to? Because it's really time to let it go and start this awesome new chapter that's really waiting for all of us and dreaming big. So I'm imagining one of the big dandelion seed puffs, I don't know what you call them, when I'm blowing them all to all of you. I'll be speaking to you guys next week. Blessings.